Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Pearl. Today I am here to present a warning to all netizens who see this video. Today's topic is about the fabled J. Cole burger. When I was a young little child myself, I always heard of the so-called J. Cole house in the far lands of New Jersey, and its supposed meals that apparently change your life permanently. I was incredibly curious as to what kind of food the J. Cole house could have, considering all I've heard is that it is a humble dirt hut. However, at the ripe age of 35, the same age as my good pedophile friend Ashley Philippe Belly, I decided to quit my hobby of gambling on Counter-Strike and jerking off to Resident Evil porn and actually get a job so I could buy my first car. Despite my obese legs having the Disney rash on them, I still managed to get a position working as a McDonald's cook. After several months of hard work and dedication and staring at my Gavin Crackleson wallpaper on my phone for inspiration, I managed to save up enough money to buy a used Volkswagen Beetle. I was incredibly happy with my purchase, even with the rotting cat carcass in the back. In pure happiness, I chose to call my friend Pal Job from Superior Earth, also known as Serbia, to tell him about my successes in life and my achievements. He proceeded to speak to me in tongues and called me a nigger, which made me even more proud of myself. Finally, I was ready to set sail on an adventure, straight to New Jersey to find the mysterious J. Cole house and finally try out his burger that I've heard so much about. On the way, my belly started gurgling with hunger, and because there weren't any innocent, unwilling women on the side of the road, I had to eat the rotting cat in the back of the car, which got me just enough fuel to finally reach the far lands of New Jersey. By now, my car was out of gas, and pissing in it didn't seem to work like it used to for my dad's old wagon, so I unfortunately had to do the unthinkable and walk towards my destination, which caused an acid rain warning in the local area because my repulsive, slimy, unshowered hair was out in the air for the first time in years. And I'm pretty sure the stench from the lice and grease in my hair killed the local wildlife, which allowed me to find some dead fish to eat while I looked for the J. Cole house. After 27 painful hours of walking with my adult diaper on, I finally saw my goal at the distance. It was the beautiful and humble dirt hut I've always envisioned and imagined for years, looking just as brown as my pants at the current moment. When I got closer, however, a fat Albert Wesker got in my way and blocked the path to J. Cole house. "Hand over all your money or you won't be seeing that J. Cole burger," he said with chud rage in his eyes, his suit ripping by the seconds as he stood there, breathing heavily. I stumbled back in fear but mentally prepared myself to take on 7 burgers. So I charged at him and tried to move him, but the 23-ton fuck didn't even move an inch before kicking me in my tiny brown nuts. However, the bush around my nutsack acted as a defensive shield and protected me, giving me a small window to attack him, to which I took off his glasses and threw my phone at his eyes, instantly staggering him and ending the battle. Even though I sacrificed my phone full of Pokemon vor porn, it only meant I was a step closer to finally tasting the J. Cole burger. As I walked near the house, I began to smell the burger from outside, the dirt gleaming in the sun. I was so excited I nearly got a boner before remembering that I got gender reassignment surgery to remove 4 inches from my penis. Once I entered, I saw tall foids and gassy, short-stacked men sharing burgers together. I knew I had struck gold. I began twirling at my ass hairs in excitement before I suddenly saw J. Cole himself. "Eat my burger," said Mr. Cole. I was soying the fuck out when he said that and instantly had to go post on Reddit about it. After doing so, I was offered a big, nice, juicy J. Cole burger. As soon as I began to eat it, I immediately tasted the perfection in it. The chitlins, the jizz-covered cheese, the plucked chicken feathers. It all mixed so perfectly well. However, my happiness was short-lived as I soon felt myself blacking out and quickly fell into a coma. When I woke up, I was in a completely different place. I was being dragged to Israel, specifically a black household. I yelled in fear as I noticed that I was being dragged by the superior species known as Scottish. I had already Lo-Kirkin-Ayunli accepted my fate when a miracle had occurred. Tung God had descended down from the heavens to come and rescue me. He got into a fierce battle with Scottish, resulting in blood being drawn, sweat being poured, and gallons of semen lost in the process, just about enough to impregnate 9,000 men. Eventually, I witnessed the Scottish fall to his knees as his clothes were gone by now, and all I could see was his 17 inches of Elden Ring casting shade over me. Tung God grabbed my hand and raised me up to the heavens. But eventually I realized I was just high as fuck. And by the time the effects wore off, I found myself in Utah missing several organs and my limbs wrapped around a log with a pig eating away at my feet. I accepted my fate, and I simply let it happen by then, as I had already witnessed far too much. So this is my warning to all of you out there. Do not eat the J. Cole burger or even bother going to J. Cole house. It is simply far too dangerous and will only bring you a storm of trouble and panic.